Okay, welcome here. This is my this little YouTube video. I am in a hotel room in Oslo and I have just arrived here. This is actually my last week in Oslo working before I'm actually heading home to visit my parents and my entire family for Christmas, and then I am off on the 27th to go back to Oslo and then onwards to Australia. And since I'm not going home, I have actually packed everything I want and need. So this is just a special version of what's in my camera bag. What's in my camera bag when I'm going to Australia. So please enjoy. Hi, first off I would like to show you, I've shown you this before, but first of all I just would like to show you the magnitude of the stuff I'm actually bringing with me. First I have the drone case. I will look into that in a moment. I have my ordinary low pro suitcase, and I have my Think Tank retrospective 20 case, which I have mentioned many times. But okay. But first let's have a look at the low pro. And just remember, I'm just sitting in my hotel room now. This is an improvised video, you can say. And I'm just showing you how I have transported this to my hotel in Oslo. Many of you will maybe think I'm having too much gear with me, and I might actually incline to say that you are absolutely correctly, but my point is that I can bring this much equipment with me even if I'm traveling alone, because I am just going in and out of taxis, in and out of buses, and staying in hotels and other places for shorter periods of time. So even if it's quite heavy and quite a lot, the main issue is actually just that I have to pay some extra to have some different items with me. What I'm not going to show you is that in my main luggage I also have some like tripods. I have a monopod, I have a gorilla pod, I have some filters, and I have of course all the chargers and so on, and they are in my checked in luggage. But I just want to show you what camera gear I'm actually going to bring. The only thing I don't want to show you is of course the camera I'm filming with, because I'm naturally using it, and that is the Canon Legria HF30 which I'm using. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, let's look at the first thing. I have shown you this before, but this is actually the first time I ever used it for a proper test. And this is the B&W International Outdoor Case Type 61. And here it is. It's sturdy, it's good, it's nice, and it has actually, this is the first time actually opening it after it has been on a plane. And it seems like everything is okay. Like you can see, the propellers is a little bit shifted, but it doesn't kind of matter. And you can also see that my GoPro has been. The first thing I would like to draw some attention to is these padlocks here. Some of you might have seen them before. This is a padlock from Samsonite, and it's a padlock approved for TSA if I'm going to US. Now I'm going to Australia, but it's a nice thing and I like to have it locked. The main reason is actually two things. First of all, my insurance company didn't want to insure my drone. That was like, they didn't want to. But my travel insurance company said, yeah, we are responsible if you get nicked or something like that up to a prearranged sum, but we don't care but we wouldn't reimburse you if you actually do something stupid with it and you lose control of it. That's not our problem. But for travel itself, it's kind of insured. But as you can see, here you have everything I need for my drone. I have my propellers, I have my batteries, I have my joystick, I have my wrench and everything I need in here, and so on. So that was kind of interesting. Not a very good sign. Actually, it has shifted a little bit during flights, but okay, that's something you learn from. But for most sake, everything is okay. So as you can see, I have my drone, I have my batteries, I have my Olympus Tough, which I'm going to use on the Great Barrier Reef if I get it as I want, and I have a GoPro. I can also say that this is a GoPro Hero 3 Silver Edition. I have some extra gear, but that is in my check-in luggage. So that is my first bag, and the first bag that I use. The second bag I want to show you, close this. The second bag I want to show you is, of course, my Think Fank retrospective. This will actually be a part of my carry-on. I've talked about this bag many times, and I'm starting to love it even more because this is a brilliant bag. The reason I'm bringing it is twofold. First of all, it is perfect for street photography. It's nice, it's roomy, and it fits everything I need, and it is just great. But what is inside? What I actually have in it is, this is my Zoom H5, which I have inside it. I also have my Fuji X100S, and I have my my Fuji X100S, which is maybe one of my camera. I also have brought myself my Canon 2X teleconverter. I will show you a little bit why, and in addition I also have brought my Canon GPS. So that is it. And then, as you can see in the main compartment here, my Legria video camcorder will go there, and in the front pocket, I don't show it here, but there will my small Dell XPS laptop go. So that is that will be a carry-on. It's small, it's nice, but it will also probably, especially when I'm in urban environments, it will probably be the to-go bag I will use in daily life. The last and the biggest bag, and this is maybe my this is a favorite bag. I have different types of bag. This is a Low Pro. I don't exactly remember the name. Yeah, it's an Allwood. No, I don't know this name. This is a quite large bag. The main reason I've chosen it, I have talked about it a little bit before, but the main reason why I've chosen exactly this bag is that it's the largest of the Low Pro bag, which are approved for cabin luggage at cabin luggage size approved. I have today flown a small domestic flight in Norway. It's no problem having it under the seat. I have flown it in small domestic flights in Vietnam or in other places, and it can be a snug fit, but it's okay. On larger commercial flights like a Boeing 737 or equal Airbus A320 or 310 or something like that, no, absolutely no problem having it on the overhead lockers. So let's just look at it a little bit. In here, I would probably put maybe some batteries and so on. I can mention a little thing I forgot. If you look at the drone and you're planning to bring it with you, I was looking at the guidelines for the Virgin Australia, which I'm going to use for some of the domestic flights. They are recommending that even though this is a lithium rechargeable ion battery, they are saying that okay, you can check it in, that's okay, but they recommended actually having it in your carry-on. So I might actually put that in the outer compartment of this bag. But just let's have a look on what gear I will bring. If we look in these compartments here, you will probably just find cloths for cleaning and these types of things. This I actually kind of love to use. What I actually use it for, just to zoom it in a little bit, is that actually when I'm taking backup of things, I actually, if I want to save, if I want to have an extra backup, I take the memory card and I place it in one of those two compartments, so I don't want to use it again. It kind of works for me. This compartment here I use for batteries primarily. I have today placed them in my think tank retrospective bag, but that is okay. This compartment here I use, I primarily have some wires and things, these kind of things. I also have some business cards and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff. What do I actually bring? Like you can see here, not the most important thing, but I always carry it with me. It's just a little dust remover gadget thingy. I think it's really nice. In addition, I bring, as you can see, I have my Canon 5D Mark III. Bring with me. Okay, I forgot to mention, I also have a Canon 60, which I bring as an extra backup camera. I also have some R straps and some other utilities, but that goes in the checked-in bag. But in ascending order of focal length, let me just start by telling you what lenses I have used. Just remember, I've talked a lot about this. I am anticipating going through urban environments, landscapes, street photography, animals when I'm going up north. I'm thinking about I will probably go on everything single of these types of things, so that's why I bring a lot of gear. But first of all, this is actually the first time I'm bringing this with me on a trip, but I am especially looking forward to shooting Uluru with this. This is the 8 to 15 millimeter Canon fisheye lens. It's a fantastic lens. I'm not the best of using it, absolutely not, but with a little creativity and a little bit of time, it can give some spectacular results. So that is the fisheye. So that's the 8 to 15. The next lens I have mentioned a couple of times. That is this one. This is the 12 to 24 millimeter Sigma f4.5 to 5.6 DG HSM. What I really like about that is that on a full frame it actually draws straight lines, so it doesn't give you the fisheye effect even at 12 millimeters. And having a a good, well-drawn image, especially for landscapes or for urban photography, street photography, it gives some amazing results. I have it has become, it's actually quite a cheap lens compared to some of the others, but it actually has been, I've been using it more and more as a lens when I'm doing street photography, especially if I'm quite familiar with the area where I'm shooting. That is a lens I really enjoy. The next lens I have is this one, which is my absolute favorite when it comes to rough environments, outdoor, and this is the Canon 16 to 35mm 2.8 all the way through. This is the version 2. It was the first ever red ring lens I got, and it has been in the jungle, it has been in the Arctic, it has been all over the world with me, and it is 10 sharp. It is so highly recommended, and I can't leave anywhere without it. And maybe the best thing about it is that you don't actually have to think all that much about what kind of conditions you're exposing it to, because it can handle a beating. It's very well made. Then you have the next lens is the lens which has the reputation of being maybe the best zoom lens of them all. This is the Canon 2.8 24-70. If I don't know what I'm going and I only am allowed to take one lens, this is it. This is the journalist workhorse. This is the maybe most fantastic lens I have in its matter, because it just gets the job done. The images are crisp, the images are sharp, and actually when I think about this lens, the 1635 and the soon next one I will bring up, the 70-200, I'm hoping that Canon will do as Nikon and produce a 36 or 40 megapixel full frame DSLR within a couple of years, to really see the potential in these magnificent piece of kits. The next lens I will bring up is this one. This is for Nikon. This is the 35mm Sigma 35mm f1.4. I have the 50mm 1.4 from Sigma in the Art series also for Canon, but actually since I only have two lenses for Nikon, since I'm kind of new to Nikon, I choose to bring this with me. I personally don't I do a lot of the same kind of shots on 35mm on 50mm. I'm not a art photographer, I'm more a documentary photographer, but this is just a fantastic lens, and that's why I brought it. The next lens, I mentioned it just a little bit. This is the 70-200 Canon 2.8 IS version 2, I think it's called. It doesn't need any introduction for those who know, but when like I went to Vietnam this summer, I brought two cameras with me when I went out shooting, and I had one lens with the 24-70 and one lens with the 70-200, and one camera, I mean, with with each of those lenses, and yeah, you get everything you want. For most circumstances, the range of 24mm to 200mm will cover mostly everything. So that is just a great piece of kit. Last but not least, I have had several videos about this already, but a good thing cannot be said too much. This is of course the Nikon D810 with the Sigma 150-600. I am going to up north. I am going to see animals, and hopefully I can get a koala bear or something like that. That will and hopefully I can get some koalas or something else that I can shoot with that just magnificent lens. Of course, like you understand, I have some other kits I won't show you. Extra battery is of course mandatory. I have extra batteries for all my cameras, except for the Olympus, but I won't be using it all that much. I have brought extra, you have to have chargers and you have to have all of these other things, but these are the three main compartments I will bring when it comes to my camera gear. So that is actually the conclusion of what is in my camera bags, not bag, but bags, when I'm going to Australia in 2 weeks. Okay, I hope you find it interesting, and if you do, please ask me questions. Please give me tasks if you want me to test specific things. I really appreciate it if you have questions to me. I really appreciate it. So also you can visit my blog explorerray.com, and please subscribe. Take care and have an excellent evening. Goodbye.